Peace, family. Shalom. I just come here today because I wanted to explain something to you guys regarding those stimulus checks. It's probably too late. Most people already received theirs. Excuse me. Just got done eating. But I didn't receive one. If I did, I would have sent it back. Simply because I understand law and I fully understand what's going on right now. Being that the United States is a corporation, according to Title 28 of the United States Code, Section 3002, the United States is a corporation. Now you have to understand, corporations, the only way that corporations can interact with us, being humans, is through contract, okay, in commerce. So there's three different forms of contracts. There's a written contract, a verbal contract, and an implied contract. The trickiest one, the trappiest one, is the implied contract, because according to contract law, in an implied contract, which means it's not written and it's not verbal, it's implied. So it's implied that because you receive a benefit from a corporation, that you will perform accordingly. There's a compelled performance in return for received benefit. So because you receive the benefit, there will be a compelled performance. You will be compelled to perform according to the corporation's bylaws, which would be, in other words, their laws, statutes, ordinances, and rules and things like that. So that's all that this stimulus check was. If you go and look at, if you go and actually read the resolution for that HR, I believe it's 748, might be 742, something. Let me just Google real quick to make sure here. But if you go through and check it out, read it, and you look at everything Trump's been saying, it's not hard. It's not hard to conclude that that's a bank bailout. That's exactly what that is. It's international bankers bailing us out, or bailing the corporation out. That's exactly what happened in 1871. Okay, bankers, international bankers, control a lot of different nations, most, if not all, of all the nations that's involved in the United Nations. Okay, so, and the way the international bankers work, all right, here's an example. The original 13th Amendment, not the one as it stands today. There was an original before that, which prohibited any type of foreign power having any type of influence on our political, on our political forms here. And they couldn't hold any type of office, any type of position of a public official. They couldn't be public officials. No foreign. They couldn't have any titles bestowed upon them by any foreign powers, whether it be princes, queens, kings. They couldn't hold any title of foreign nobility or honor or anything like that. It specifically spelled that out in the original 13th Amendment. Now, the implications of that is huge. That would mean that the judges today that like to title themselves the honorable, because it specifically said no one can have any title of honor or nobility. And when you look up the definition of nobility, that's just French. It's just like a French. It's just French nobility. It's like a French. No, I mean, I'm sorry. The word esquire. When you look up the word esquire, which is what most lawyers use, the definition of that is just a French title of nobility. So, and when you know that all of these lawyers are esquires, and you know that most, if not all, of the judges were ex-lawyers, and they both hold the title, hold honorable titles, or they both hold either a title of honor and or nobility, then you understand the implications of the original 13th Amendment. And because they're foreigners, foreign bankers, international bankers, what they've done is they reorganized our whole government by replacing the original 13th Amendment with the one that basically, that people think abolished slavery, but in all actuality it didn't. It was just a way to funnel money from from this country and the people to the international bankers. That's why you have lawyers and judges selling people out for colorable laws, for colorable crimes, for crimes that's not crimes. Every crime must have a victim. So any crime that anyone has been charged with that doesn't include a victim or any plaintiff alleging physical injury that's fairly traceable to the alleged unlawful conduct of the defendant, if the case lacks that, then it's not a real crime. But these courts are proceeding with these cases and locking people up and depriving people of their rights. That's generating money from doing all that. There's bonds created. Every time you're sentenced to bondage, there's a bond created. And they're violating the rights of the American people. And that's because their interest, they don't have the American people's best interest at heart, because they're operating with foreign intentions. So, and it's just reorganizing right now. I made a video about this, or I posted something about it a couple weeks ago about the reorganization of the corporation, and that's what they're doing right now. They were bankrupt, and they just got a bailout, and everyone's receiving these stimulus checks. The stimulus checks, what people don't understand, those things are just to stimulate the reorganized corporation. It was given to you so you can stimulate the corporation, so you can go out there and purchase. You need your purchasing power to stimulate the corporation, and you will be liable and subject to the law, statutes, and I almost said you will be subject to the law, statutes, and ordinances, rules, and codes of the newly reorganized corporation. Just wanted to bring that to y'all, man. It might be a little late, but even if I came early, most of y'all don't listen to shit anyway, so. But there you got it. There you have it. There you should keep it. Peace.